Today on The Boot Guy, we are looking at the Caterpillar second shift. Since Caterpillar started making work boots, the second shift has been in the line, and I don't see it going anywhere. Mainly because it's probably the most dependable, durable, mid-range price boot that you can possibly pick up out there today. Heavy-duty, slip-resistant, oil-resistant rubber sole. It's a heavy-duty, chunky sole, but it's a good sole. But it's a solid piece. It's not layers and layers of rubber that are gonna peel away. It's one solid piece and it's glued to a welt. Now the second shift is a fully welted boot, so that makes it a little bit more work friendly, a little bit more stable, a little bit stronger. It's not the best welting process in the world, but we're not talking about handmade boots here. We're talking about a price point, heavy duty work boot that actually lives up to all those claims. The leather, hard, thick, dependable, strong. It's not waterproof, but it is a beautiful, hard chunk of leather. Inside, you're going to find a nice polyester lining that's going to help maintain the moisture content inside this boot. But with a leather that's this thick and a lining like that, they are going to get a little swampy by the end of the day, so you do have to open them up and dry them out. Now, deep down inside there, way back down there in that insole section, Caterpillar glues down the insole. Now, I'm not a big fan of anybody who's gluing down insoles, but for something that's in this price point, I'm going to give them a pass on that because they actually build this boot a little bit taller and a little bit wider. They know that you guys out there are going to be picking up aftermarket insoles and you're going to doctor up this thing to fit. So they leave a little bit of extra room underneath that steel toe out of the box with that glued down insole. And you can make this thing pretty much a custom fit. So the laces, the hardware knit speed laces, it's nice stuff. It's nice to see an inexpensive boot use a really heavy duty speed lace. Though it is just a bent piece of metal, it is flanged on the inside, so bending it back towards you is going to take a lot of pressure, and collapsing it in on itself is also going to take a lot of pressure. They do use 2 rivets in order to hold them in place, so it isn't like most where you find one and it's just waiting to be ripped out. Caterpillar second shift, it's got a lot of great little details for an inexpensive boot. Now, probably my favorite part about the boot and about being able to talk about the boot is that they make it from size 5 to 16 in mediums and wides. So they really cover the spectrum. They understand that there's new guys coming into the workforce that really don't have a lot of scratch, that need to buy a decent boot. So Caterpillar builds a decent boot and they cover all those sizes. Now they make this thing in 4 different colors, 3 different shades of brown and the black, and they make it in steel toe and non-steel toe. As you can see, this is the steel toe model. It actually is a piece of magnetic steel in there. So, like I said, it's an inexpensive boot and they're using steel. So this actually gives you more of a real practical first-time buyer's work boot. Having a composite toe could completely compromise somebody's first work boot. They drop something on it, they're new to work, and it's going to be one of those points that is going to get impacted. Now, the second shift is not the lightest boot out there, and given the heavy leather, given this solid sole, and a really good welting process, it shouldn't be light at all. So a pair of them in size 12 with the laces in and the insoles in, and there's nothing else in there, is 4.6 pounds. Now, really, that's not that heavy. There are some more comfortable, more expensive boots out there that are going to weigh a heck of a lot more. But for a basic non-waterproof, non-insulated, just a basic boot, 4.6 pounds, I think you could get away with that. I think this shouldn't be your everyday boot, but if it is your everyday boot, it's going to last you. I've seen guys get 9 months to a year out of this thing, and for obvious reasons, it's built like a tank. But if this is going to be your everyday boot, consider buying a second pair of the exact same thing, just so you can dry this thing out and you can give it a day or two to just breathe and relax. So that's the Caterpillar. second shift in black and steel toe. Hey, if you've ever worn a Caterpillar second shift before, if this was one of your first work boots, or if you're still wearing the second shift, please comment below. Let guys know why you're still buying this type of boot and just if it is as durable as everybody tells me it is. Hey, if you want to see some detailed photos of the sole, of the hardware, or just the insides of the boot, swing by TheBootGuy.com. I'll have all that there, plus I'll have a couple of links to the other different colors and sizes that'll make it a little bit easier getting a pair of these on your feet. Hey, please don't forget to hit my subscribe button below. It really helps out. And if you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I post photos of boots all day long, stuff I come in contact with, people that I meet. I'm always putting something up there. Hey, if you're about to buy a pair of these in any of the colors, any of the sizes, and you just got some questions that you can't find answers to out there on the net, feel free to shoot me over an email. All right, until the next time, I'm Isaac the Boot Guy. Thank you for watching and subscribing to my channel.